Hey, it's Rosie here. Just want to say hello and talk about a few things. I just want to, there's been some things on my heart that have really been that I need to share, and I want to hold myself accountable. So, what I'm telling you is, I need someone to hold me accountable. So, I would like my followers, and we can hold each other accountable if we're all working on things. But I am at the place in my life now because of what I've done and what I haven't done. Um, I am overweight because I didn't watch what I ate. I am out of shape because I don't work out. I have been depressed most of my life, and I've been trying to get out of that. Some things work, and I do a lot of things to keep me up and happy. I've been happier now than I ever been. But I have my dog, Rhodey. I don't know if y'all seen him in my posts and everything, but he's a great dog. He really is. In fact, Rhodey, come up here and introduce yourself. Rhodey, hey, look at the camera. Hey, look at the camera right here, dude. I'm gonna just put it right here. Look. Can you find me? Can you find people? Yeah, you're very cute. He's sniffing me because he doesn't understand that um, I haven't worn makeup in 15 years, and all I had was this luminous air stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna try it, and I put a little mascara on, and a little eyeshadow. Didn't have even lipstick to make my lips better, but I did have chapstick. So this is the first time I'm actually wearing makeup in 15 years, which I'm kind of proud of myself for that. Because I don't feel I don't feel like I'm any prettier with or without. And I'm not that girl that you want to. If I was walking down the aisle with five other people, I would be the least one that you would notice. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay because I've gotten used to that. I'm not the pretty one of the bunch. I'm always the one that's the little overweight, and it's because I've been so angry that I have not worked on myself. I just like let myself go, and it's been more than since I was a teenager. I mean, I just let it go. I mean, there was probably a couple of years there that I took care of myself, but I decided I am 60 years old now, and about 6 months ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes, and that really scared me. And they also found a polyp in my cervix. So all of that with the cancer scare and the diabetes diagnosis. I mean, my A1C was up to 300 and I think 69, and that's pretty high. But I decided I was going to get myself taken care of, checked out, whatever. So I went to the doctor. They put me on insulin. They put me on metformin. They put me on 5 or 6 different medications, and most of those are preventive, I guess. But the metformin they kept me on, and they took me off the insulin. And the reason they took me off the insulin because the insulin makes you heavier. Look at me. I'm still trying to figure out. I don't know if I'll do this makeup thing again, but I think I like it. I just don't. I just need to find the right colors and stuff. Maybe some blush. But anyway, and they are helping me to actually when I found that I had diabetes, I contributed to the Dr. Pepper that I always drank. I love Dr. Pepper, and I love it in the can. And I would get a 24 case, and the 24 case can, I would drink probably 5 of those while I was working. I had one in the morning, so I was drinking about a case every 2 or 3 days, which is kind of high. And then on top of that, I was what else was I doing? Oh, a lot of bread. I think I did a lot of bread then. But I took out all my sodas. I replaced them with zero sugar waters and water. I do drink milk. I drink milk every day, at least a glass or two, because I want good calcium. But I like milk too. I really do. And I use a lot of protein shakes. Now, when I first did this, in the first 3 months, I lost about 20 pounds because I took out that soda, which was a good thing. Okay. Um, and also, when they diagnosed me, they gave me this thing called Libra 3, and I let me see if I can show you on my arm. It is. That's not see that. It's a little thing on my arm. supposed to go on the back of them, but I can't get it. And then I had all this trouble with having it stay on. So I put this new skin on it, or whatever, this, that 3M tape that they use for IVs. But anyway, when I looked at that, and I you have an app that goes with it and tells you how high your sugar is at that moment. So if I drank a soda or whatever, you can see the level go up and up, and then you see it come back down. And everything I did to get myself to where I was 3 months after the diagnosis, I was down to about, I think, 6.8 or 6.9 after that 3 months. Okay, so I got it down, not down enough. My doctor says he wants me down to one, which I don't think that's impossible. I don't know. I don't know. Understand it totally. But anyway, I cut out those sodas. I lost 20 pounds, and on top of that, I started eating better, and I ate more, and I had more calories. Okay, so like my first day when I got the Libra, I went out to, because I was out and about, and I went to this Japanese steakhouse. So I wanted a filet mignon. Of course I want something good because I'm out and I don't usually get out a lot. So I took the filet mignon, and I actually told my chat GBT what I was doing. And chat GBT actually guided me through everything of what I was eating and what it was going to mean to my sugars. So, like if I said, I'm going to eat this, this, and this, and they say lay up, just take a half a cup of the rice. Don't take the whole thing. Don't get the rice and everything. So I did that, and so every time I went out to eat, I told ChatGPT what I was going to have, and I think it was at the Longhorn. I wanted a steak, and I wanted asparagus, and I got a salad. So I told him that, and he actually told me, "Well, Ruthann, you did really good, but you need to. You probably could have, instead of having two helpings of the asparagus, you could have had a half a potato." So what I'm finding out is that, and I've lost weight one other time. I actually worked for Walmart back in, I think, 2020, 2000. I think it was a little bit earlier than that, maybe 2018. I lost 40 pounds. I mean, sorry, let me say that again. 40, was it? I can't remember how it goes. I lost 40 pounds in just a couple of months. Okay. And I thought I was actually dying, but I was in the back. I was doing a thing. And what I did was, because when I started losing so much weight, I actually got onto an app, and they don't have it anymore. It's called Spark People, and I don't even think it exists anymore. But I was able to make sure I had enough calories. Okay, so I would take 2,500 to 3,000 calories. Okay, and I would work with the macros. So I would get 30% protein, 30% carbohydrates, and 30% fat. So that all works together. I don't think taking all your fat out, taking all your carbs out, they just don't work, because you're going to go back to the food you ate. Now, I can combine the foods that I want. And when I took that in with GPT, Chat GPT actually showed me that if I ate the meal one way, in one, like eat the protein first and then eat the salad, then eat the whatever. I can't remember how it goes, but I got to do it when I see it. So if I ate it in that certain way that they told me, I didn't have a sugar spike in this case, in my diabetes case. Now, so I really feel, and what I've learned from those two of losing weight, I really feel that this is the way to go. You got to have enough protein, enough carbs, and enough fat to work the body. Now, so whenever I do it, but you learn after a while, and then you don't need the apps anymore. So I know to get a good protein, I know to get a good fat, and you can have good fat. I eat cheese and nuts all the time, and I'm still losing weight. But let me back up that again. Now, they took me off the insulin after 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or whatever, 3 months, after 3 months, 12 weeks. So they took me off the the insulin, and they gave me Ozempic. Now, Ozempic will curb your appetite. I've lost another 10 pounds since. So that's been since, I think, December, January, February, 2 months I've been on Ozempic. So the Ozempic, I started off with a 0.25. Now I'm up to 0.5. But it does curb my appetite. I don't eat enough, but I am losing weight. Now I'm afraid that when I get off the Ozempic, after I lose the weight that I want to lose, that I will be going back to the foods that I want, or I'll be eating because I'm hungry. So I'm trying to teach myself, and that's what you need to do. And they always say you need to create new habits. So always think, for me, it works. And anybody else can try this. If you've done the no fat, let's only do 10 fats a day, let's only do whatever. But a combination of everything, a little bit of exercise, and I don't exercise a lot. I mean, I take a walk or whatever, take a walk around the house. That's really about it. Hey, Rhodey, are you listening to Mama? So anyway, that works. It really does. The combination of the protein, the fat, the carbs, if you do about 30%, I mean, you could do 28 and 35 or whatever, or 30 and 35 and maybe 25. Just get around that amount. But don't go like 60 fat and 20 of the other. You don't want to do that. So I can see it in my body the 6 weeks that I have been on the Ozempic, or the 8 weeks I've been on Ozempic. I can see it in the scale, so I lost the 10 pounds, but I can also see it in my stomach. Like I had a pretty big stomach, and I could see everything shrinking, and then it's not as hard as it was. It's just kind of like, it feels like the fat inside, they show you the big yellow fatty thing, it feels like that is all disappearing. Now, another thing with Ozempic, you get the Ozempic neck. That's what they call it, Ozempic neck. So I'm hoping, I think the last time I lost weight, I lost all of this, but Ozempic, I think it's more of and I'm not exercising, I think that's why I'm getting this big chubby neck. So, if anybody knows, and if anybody's been through this, please comment below. Let me know what to do about this, because I am on a new venture to lose weight, feel prettier, get out there, be less depressed. And if anybody's with me, come join me. Because even if it's just part of that, if you just want to lose weight, we can all talk about different things. And I can tell you the tools that I use. I use ChatGPT for everything, or even Google now. Google has the Gemini on my Android phone, so on the Android phone. So I think that's pretty cool too. And because I don't have anybody, I worked at Walmart. Well, let me tell you the story first. It's just a really quick 2-minute. Let's just point blank it. Okay, so I worked for L'Oreal, Paris. I used to run a store for people that ran salons, and I only sold to the professionals, right? The professional licensed professionals, salon, hairstylists, whatever, estheticians. So I worked the store. I managed the store, and from there, I actually found a gentleman that I totally love. He was so sweet. Robert, he's in one of my pictures too. But we were together for about a year and a half, and we decided, okay, well, I'm going to quit. We're going to get married. I'm going to have a little bit of a life. I am tired of always working. I've worked 2 jobs my entire life. I never stopped. At that time, I had a 12-year-old. So what I did was I didn't move out. He actually lived in another area, and he would come see me. But I loved him, and he loved me, and I knew it. So we talked about getting married, and he talked about me staying home and him working, and that was okay. I don't think we were going to get married though. That probably wasn't going to happen. But that's okay. That's okay, because everybody thought we were married. But as soon as I quit my job, working and having benefits and everything, because I actually we found out, I think it was, I quit my job right before Thanksgiving, had the best Thanksgiving ever, best Christmas ever in my entire life, because I didn't have to work. I didn't own anything. I didn't have to do any sales. Before I worked for Salon Centric, I owned my own business. And it was retail. So we know about retail. You just do. And I worked every Thanksgiving. The only day I didn't work was Easter because I didn't really have anything to prepare for Easter. So anyway, excuse me. So it was like, I think so. It was Thanksgiving. I quit. And had the best Christmas, everything. January, and I think it was January 13th of 2000, and I want to say 13 or 14. I can't remember. My mind is gone. I got to take more B12. But anyway, we found out he had cancer, and he had colon cancer. And we actually went to the doctor's office. The doctor said, I didn't go in. I said, hey, you're a big boy. Go in. He comes out of this little docking box shop, and he had a closed envelope, and the closed envelope said, you need to go to the hospital for some tests. Okay, and take this envelope. So that's what we did. We took the test. We went over to the hospital. We're sitting in the emergency room, and that was about 7 o'clock after he came from work, and that's when he went to the doctor. But it was about 7 o'clock in the evening. Went over there, and they took us back. And when we got back there, they put us in the cast room because it was flu season, really, really, really bad. And 2012, I think it was 2000. I want to say 2013 or 2000. I think it was 2014. So maybe it was 2013. I think it was 2013 because we had been together a year and a half. We met in 2012 in the summer. Yeah, 2013. I think it was the beginning of 2000. I can't remember. So I have to do the math. I don't know. It's been it was rough, for my dates and stuff. So anyway, so when we're in the cast room and he went for his scans or whatever, they come back in. They said, we had 4 or 5 doctors walk in at one time. And I'm like, oh gosh, this doesn't look good. So the doc says, I'm sorry, but sir, you have stage 4 colon cancer. What do you do with that? We just looked at each other. We said, okay, we got to beat this. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. And they said, we're going to get you a room tonight. It was that bad that they had to get him a room that night. And because of the flu season, we didn't get a room until the day after. So we were in that cast room for a whole 24 hours before they got us a room. And we were there for quite a while. But they had his first surgery on the 18th. I think it was that Friday, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, it was like that Friday. We went in there on Monday, and on Friday, they took out his colon. And I think that was actually the day that his granddaughter was born, too. And that was Lena. I forgot her name. I don't know them very well anymore. But anyway, so we had the colon out. So I'm sitting there, and I don't remember who was with me. But anyway, I asked the doctor who did the surgery, I said, what does it look like and how much time do we have? And he said, 18 months. And I'm like, 18 months. Of course, you bawl, you cry, and everything like that, right? So I met him back up in the room, and I guess his daughter sent pictures of the baby being born. Or the baby, whatever. So we had the colon out. We did that. We stayed in the hospital. And, a lot of this is a little blurred right now because this is back in 2014, 13, whatever. And it was very bittersweet. But anyway, 18 months, and that's exactly when he died. He died 18 months later. It was June 18th, or July 18th. July 18th of a year and a half later after he found the cancer. I'm not going to tell you the dates because I'll frickin' screw it up. But anyway, that's what happened there. And then I went to work actually, no, he died and I went kind of crazy. I did Uber for 2 years. Well, I have a big story. And I don't even know what we started with. I think it was the way I got fat or whatever. But anyway, I did Uber, sitting in the car all day, eating, whatever, in between, driving and everything. When I Ubered, I did over 7,000 rides. I was pretty good. But I did work between UVA and Virginia Tech was my big thing. And I loved them people. And they loved their parents. And their parents, I loved Parents Weekend, even though their parents were worse than the kids being drunk. But anyway, so that was there. And then I lost Uber for something. I don't know what happened. I think I had too many incidents. Somebody ran the back of me, and then I had a ticket. And they just said, "Oh, well, I was one of the first drivers in our area, and that was in Virginia, but I was one of the first drivers in that group, and so I did a lot. I did a lot. I worked, made good money. I made more money then than I do now. So, with that saying, so what happened was I lost that. My mother broke her hip. She broke her hip. And because Robert died, I wanted to just get rid of everything in the house, sold everything in the house. And when I sold everything in the house, I moved in with my mother to take care of her. Well, a year with her was enough. Okay. Um, I didn't have a bell, so I gave her a pot and I gave her a pan. And she was in so much pain with her hip, she'd bang that thing all night long. Um, and I was going to work. I wasn't going to work. And I was going to just take care of her. And that was fine. But when my money ran out and I couldn't get any funds for paying my rent, or paying, not paying my rent, but paying my car payment and stuff and keep up, I got a job at Walmart. So that's when I went to Walmart and I lost that 60 pounds. I think 60 pounds in 4 months. That's what it was. I lost 60 pounds in 4 months. I actually thought I was dying. I went to the doctor. The doctor said, "No, you're not dying." But I contributed to what I was doing. And I ate. I drank 2 glasses of milk. I would have my good seed bread with real butter. But now I don't do real butter. I mean, I do Kerrygold butter. So that's even better. So I don't want to make this too much longer. I think 20 minutes is pretty long. But I just want to say that I understand some more things about the diet, about being heavy. I am, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm actually 220 pounds right now. And with help from Ozempic, and I think with a little bit more exercise, I want to be able to lose that weight. I want to get better in shape. I want to be able to live life better. So I'm putting it out there, and I'm going to live it unfiltered, hopefully. Not totally, but I want to be there, and I want accountability, and this is where I'm going to hold myself accountable. If I set it on camera, it's going to change on camera, and if it doesn't, I'm going to embarrass myself, and I don't like to be embarrassed. So here goes my journey, or the rest of my journey for getting better. Yes, I'm going to start wearing makeup more. I think I'm going to, on my next paycheck, I'm probably going to get on a Sephora and see if I get a makeover. And I'll let you know how that goes. That'll be fun. But I just want to get back out there and meet people. And I don't want to scare people away because I'm ugly. I never thought I was even pretty at all. Um, and I never really looked in the mirror until recently. And I'm starting to really see what became of myself and how I understand how I got here, that's for sure. So, I still think I've got a good personality, though. I don't have a problem with that. And I can talk to anybody. But if you all want to chime in and comment, please do. I will answer every comment that comes through. Try to be kind. I do not take criticism very well. So, I'll just let you know that. So, be nice when you say something like, yeah, your chin is too flappy or whatever. But please, and I'll be kind to you too. So my channel is going to be about kindness, holding ourselves accountable, trying to make our lives better, trying to improve ourselves, and find out how to do things better. Okay, finance is another thing. I'm working on that. When Robert was sick, I didn't have any income, and when he died, we weren't married, so I didn't get any money for that. I was broke until I got a job, and then other things happened, and we just go from there. But anyway, I'm coming up my 25 minute mark, and I don't want to talk anymore because I don't want to bore you anymore. But if you like this and you want to come see me again, please like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, and comment. Just say hello, and I'll say hello back. Tell me a little bit about yourself. If you want to do it in a message privately, we can do it that way too. Be more than happy to be your friend and have a chat with you. Okay? So signing off till next time, probably in the next couple days. Maybe I'll come back when I have my little makeover. I have to work 3 more days, so I'm going to be busy for the next 3 days. But when I get off again, I think I'm off on. Let's see, I work Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm off on Thursday, so this weekend is going to be fun. Okay. All right. Until next time. Have a good night. Bye bye. Or have a good day.